Hey all y'all, Zeke here. I'm sitting here today with a cigar aficionado named Mobley, Kentucky Gentleman Cigars, here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, at his place. Alan, let's get it started right. Give them the address so they can lock and load it into their GPS.
This is 1260 Fox Creek Road, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And look at the ash on that damn cigar. Look at that. Just look at that.
Oh my.
Nice
It's
ash.
straight. It's just burning right, perfect.
Everybody
We weren't even
needs,
trying to get that.
everybody needs good ash in their life.
That's right.
That's right. Gotta have the good ash.
That's right.
Well, you know, speaking of good ash, you roll these cigars yourself, right, Alan?
I sure do.
And do I remember you telling me something like 300 of them a day?
3 a day. Well, the last week was 550.
See, all your teenagers.
But that wasn't
did
me.
work.
That wasn't me.
Wasn't.
Wasn't all me. Wasn't all me. I got to give where credit's due is due. I had my other guys here this last week. We've got coming up next week. I've got 530 boxes to do for Garden and Guns, the magazine.
Uh-huh.
We got those to do. Each one of them has 10 cigars in them. We're now doing this next week or the following week, we'll be doing another thing for Garden and Guns where they're having like a hunt. They do a whole hunting thing and all of that kind of stuff and shoot fox or chase fox. I don't think they shoot them no more. But I would
just
shoot 'em.
chase them.
Just chase them.
There's no bounty left on them.
I'd eat it.
I'd eat it. Yeah, it's like that squirrel up there in Minnesota was staring at me. Oh my gosh, it was cold out. I was trying to smoke my cigar. And I told her to stop staring at me that way because if I had my gun, I'd shoot it, skin it,
That's right.
wear it, and eat it.
You have to. That's the way we were brought up.
Well, you know, it's part of the PETA lifestyle.
That's
You
right.
know, PETA. Yeah, please eat the animals.
That's right.
That's right. Turn right and don't call me insensitive. Hey, a salute to getting together finally and being able to converse.
Salute.
A little Kentucky Bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now this is a little Kentucky rye.
What
This
kind
rye.
is it?
This is Kentucky rye. This is not bourbon. See there? That's Sazerac rye. This has got one of the most, right as now, more awards and everything than any other rye there is. That's why they've got me making a cigar for it.
Well, you know, I'd like to talk about your cigars. I'd like to talk about the history of you getting into business. I'd love to talk with you about how one can blend, as you know, I like to say, fire yourself, smoke a cigar, have an adult legal beverage, laugh and carry on, then you always got to remember hire yourself back, fired or born to be fired lifestyle. So, Alan, where should we start? Should we start with the cigars, talk about the cigars and the variety of ways to enjoy an adult legal beverage to refresh your palate, like sorbet, as you call it?
Sorbet.
Sorbet.
It's time for sorbet. Just open up.
Yes, I can taste the sugar right now. What kind of sugar is that?
That starts with the B, the big bourbon.
Oh, the bourbon sorbet. I like it. And there's trust, all y'all. When you can turn around, open your mouth up, and take a hit from a spray bottle, it could have been some kind of cleaner. In fact, I feel much more clean now.
That's right.
Thank you. So, tell us about your cigars, how you got started.
You know, I retired and I was bored. Going to Mexico about twice a year fishing, Mazatlan. And me and 18 guys went every year, including my oldest son, which is 52 now. He went down, he says, Dad, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now that you're retired? Everybody was freaking out because I was retiring. I said, why do you guys give a damn where I'm retired? And you can't just do nothing. I said, sure I can, man. I can lay back in the swimming pool, smoke cigars, drink bourbon. Hell, I'm in Kentucky. I can do it. Go to Florida in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah.
I got thinking about that, though, after they said it. They're right. I couldn't do that. Are you shitting me? I couldn't just lay back and not do nothing. So when we went back to Mexico the next time, which was about another 9 months, 8 months later, we were talking again. Of course, we're all drinking tequila and sitting there and eating crab and hell, everything that was there that we could eat. Big old plates in the middle of the tables, this kind of stuff. Because we've been going down there for 18 years. We knew everybody. And they'd cook for us. We'd go out and hell, we'd catch fish and bring it in, and they'd cook it right then.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the way it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, when on the way back, we're talking on the plane, everybody's getting really getting messed up, man, on tequila and everything. Everybody was trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Then, well, I think you should do this, and I think you should do this, and I think you should do that. I said, I tell you what, you guys pay for it, and I'll go learn how to roll cigars. Everybody said, we'll do that. We'll do that. Do it. Come up with your money, man. Come on. I'll call, get home, and I had my wife call, and she found out a place in Babalu called Babalu's. Okay. Mm-hmm. Of course, you got like a Ricky Ricardo, right? Babalu.
Babalu.
So anyway, we go down to Austin, Texas, and I was down there for 3 weeks. Sat there, of course, I drank plenty while I was down there because I had to get loosened up.
Did you have some of that Tito's vodka while you were there?
I had some of everything while I was there.
I'm so glad to know you helped Texas get rid of some inventory. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I'm there, and my kids, they can watch me on they had it set up where the kids could watch me rolling. They would talk to me as I was rolling and stuff, the kids, because they didn't want me to go anyway. So the kids sitting there, and they'd watch it on the videos and all that kind of stuff, at what we were doing. And when they would come out, we would start at 7 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock at night, we'd still be rolling cigars. There was a gal that taught me, her and her husband and the grandfather. And they had only been from Cuba a year. Mm-hmm. And that's how I learned. But when I got home, there was 3 of them.
How big a raft you got to have to get out of Cuba with 3 people?
Pretty good size.
Pretty good size.
Pretty good size.
Got to put that Johnson & Johnson wax on the bottom so you can get here in about 2.5 hours faster, too.
That's right.
That's right.
And then I was there, and after we were there for 3 weeks, and I go home, I buy presses, and I buy all the things you see around here that I needed to be in the business. Mm-hmm. So I go and I get all this stuff, and I go and, damn, there's something wrong here. I didn't do something right. I'm screwing up. So I keep going around. I keep trying to make sense. They're all tasting the same. All my cigars tasted identically the same.
No matter what
No matter what the hell I did, it was tasting the same. I'm going, something wrong here. But then I realized, these guys didn't teach me nothing about blending, just how to roll a cigar. They didn't say, well, you put this tobacco with this tobacco, and you do this with this and this, and this will make it taste different. Mm-hmm. They didn't give me none of that. Mm-hmm. They didn't want this white boy to learn how to roll cigars, is what it all was.
Because you did not have the accent.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Then after all of this, I went to the Dominican. Me and my wife, she went down there. We did a 2 weeks all-inclusive type thing. We're up in the mountains and every way. But anyway, she went home and I stayed.
You were cigar ministers. You were there on a mission.
So I stayed, and she went home, and I stayed. And matter of fact, the guy that I ran around with the whole time I was down there called me even yesterday, Papo. Papo called me. It's funny that all this is going on, but Papo called me and says, hey, check my this and check that, and I got a website now and all this stuff. All right, Papo. I says, whenever you're ready, I'll send you a plane ticket. You tell me when you're ready to come, I'll send you a plane ticket. Because if I could get him up here and get him here, I know I could get him here to stay. But I can't go down there and get him that way. He's got to come. If you come, I'll figure it out where you'll stay, buddy. But anyway, I'd love to have him here, you know, because it's part of what we did. But anyway, so we go, and after we're down there, and I took him and his family to an all-inclusive place for a week. Kids had never been in nothing like that. It was just never, you know. But it was just a real cool thing. And then Papo, of course, he calls me, and he's very broken English, okay? But he calls me all the time. So, but we had after I learned what I was doing, Papo showed me how to blend and everything. We were sitting on the street rolling small cigars, that big and about that big around, for 2 cents a piece. Now on the bottom end of that, since all of that happened, we found out that on my mother's side, that we went through a bunch of papers and found tax papers and everything. They roll cigars here in Kentucky. Okay, and I never knew, nobody else in my family knew.
When were they rolling cigars here?
They were in the 1800s.
In the 1800s?
Yeah, and the tax it's on the tax roll. DeVary is their name, D-E-V-A-R-Y.
Was that like those Conestoga ones they called it stogies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the Kentucky Cheroots?
The Cheroots, yeah. And if you'll go back, all of when the North and the South was fighting, the Civil War, every regiment, or whatever they called them at that time, had a cigar roller.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that where they came up with Bugle Boys?
Probably.
Hey, speaking of, what is this particular fine specimen of a cigar?
That is a Buffalo Trace. And let me tell you the story about that.
Please
There's a
do.
story about this one. Buffalo Trace called me up and wanted me to roll a cigar for him. Well, they already had somebody rolling a cigar, and it was a dark cigar, and it wasn't striped. It was a torpedo. Well, they wanted a torpedo. I said, okay. I said, but it can't be just dark, because it was a terrible cigar. It was not a good cigar. It was awful. And it had been, Nicaragua was where they were making it at. So after I made this cigar and got them on board, and they tried it out, it's got awards and everything, the cigar has.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about some of those rewards.
Oh, yeah. It's got a 93 on it. People from the different awards peoples have flagged it, gave it all kinds of great, you know, and the magazines have given it good, you know,
I'm
good
enjoying
reports.
it.
Yeah, it's a good.
It feels good in the hand, too.
It is.
And, you know, people, they talk about what makes a good cigar. Well, a lot of things make a good cigar, but if it doesn't feel good in your hand, you got to go back to basics.
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us more about this.
And that particular one there, Buffalo Trace, they never have enough of them. We've talked to them many times about they need to carry more of them, because we'll deliver Monday, we'll deliver 500 to them, especially in the summer. Well, and 2 weeks after they're delivered, they're gone.
Well, I know they were flying out the door at one of your outlets down there, Capital Cellars in Frankfurt. Rachel, she got them right out there for people to have.
That's right.
Yeah. And, oh, by the way, I believe I need some sorbet.
Oh, sorbet.
I'm ready. Give it up. Oh, yeah. Now, that's some born-to-be-fired method of, catching some sorbet. What flavor is that in there?
That's bourbon. It's
Bourbon?
Buffalo Trace bourbon.
That Buffalo Trace. I love Buffalo Trace bourbon. Yeah. And so, what was your very first cigars you were rolling out then with Buffalo Trace cigars?
Nope, my very first cigars was Kentucky Gentleman. Then we also made a cigar, and this will probably happen again. There's a few things we don't really want to discuss about it right at this point. But
Well, let's not do that then.
Okay.
Can we have another time when we can?
yeah, we can.
All right, all right.
Not right at this time. That cigar, we will have a cigar to one of the even huge companies, just a matter of time. And it's all about money.
Well, the cigar or the huge companies?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. And at that time, when that happens, it'll be a big thing. When it happens, it'll be a huge thing. Like if a bunch of the TV people come to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, gosh, that'll be some lofty company.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be like CNN and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, you know, here we've had. We don't know when it's going to happen, but we have did a mini series. I worked on a mini series all last year.
Tell me all about it.
I don't know how much of it I can tell you about it.
Well, tell me what's allowed.
What's allowed? It was a small series, backyard oil. Did you ever hear that?
I've lived a sheltered life.
Okay.
Very
Back
sheltered.
in Kentucky, there was a deal that they were doing. It's called backyard oil, and it was a bunch of guys that was getting oil, making oil in their backyards. They were getting oil, you know, just pumping down and
You
cracking,
mean
and oh yeah,
The petroleum.
oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were brought into this as the gangs of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
We have filmed all over Kentucky, including here. I've been on the Turtle Man. I've been on. He nicer guy you would never want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice guy. We've done. We've been all over Kentucky. Okay, we filmed in here. We filmed barrels. Originally, it was going to be called Gangs of Kentucky, and then they changed it, and then they went back to this and that, and but it was supposed to have come out this month. We were in I'm in a 3-year contract with them.
What channel's it coming out of?
It's going to CNN.
CNN. Well, you know, if you can have your Amish Mafia, why not?
That's what Amish Mafia was what changed our name.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Interesting.
That's what changed the name. They changed the name over there.
So, what are some of your other cigars you enjoy rolling and smoking?
I enjoyed all of them. Hell, if I didn't, I would make them. You know, if I've got one that I don't like, it's gone.
I know there's one I'm looking forward to trying. It's a very popular drink out there called the Fireball.
Oh, yeah.
And you roll up one called the Fireball.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to tell us about the Fireball?
The Fireball is something that we're doing for Buffalo Trace again. They make the Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
We worked on that very heavy and very long. It's great. The girls and everybody in the shop, of course, we cried a few tears over that one.
Why'd you cry?
It makes you cry.
Makes you cry. That's right.
Yeah,
So,
that's
is that a good
sentiment.
song to listen to country music, old style country music, and perhaps some blues when you smoke it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
But the good part again is you put some of this in a spray bottle.
Uh-huh. Are you threatening me with that? Let me have some more of that. I need my palate cleansed again. Go ahead. I'm ready. Oh, Oh, yeah. I highly suggest that to everybody now. Oh, that's what we got going on here, huh?
This is the Fireball.
Fireball. Is this the kind of stuff that you can drink and do like those flame shooters do? You know, where they shoot.
See that little guy over there with the flames jumping out of his mouth on the wall?
One of those Kentucky flamethrowers.
Take a big draw off that and take a cigar.
I'm gonna take a big old draw off this, but I'm gonna wait until after you take care of some customers here. You got customers rolling in, we can't get in the way of enterprise. Well, Alan's back now. You know, he had to take care of a customer there. It's always good to have customers. It's always good to have a lot of customers.
That's right.
But then again, let's get back to this Fireball moment.
Oh, yeah.
So, is this going to be a conflicting taste between this Buffalo Trace cigar and Fireball?
No. What we're going to do,
now, I need to fire myself and have a little Fireball. Should I, since this is a cigar,
take a nip of this.
a little nip?
Yeah.
Out of here or out of there?
Out of here.
All right. And should I smoke first and then a nip, or a nip?
Take a
then
nip,
smoke?
then smoke.
All right. Should I swallow before smoking?
You can.
I mean, I do want to be socially acceptable and born in the fired way.
You can be that way.
All right. Well, here goes. Hey, thank you, Fireball. All I can say is I believe that you need to fire yourself, smoke one, drink one, sometimes two-fister. Salute.
Salute.
Oh, yeah. Am I going to light up internally now?
Yeah, probably. You might even blink.
I like it. In fact, for all you people out there that enjoy this adult legal beverage called Fireball, I say get some. Grab some sticks from Alan. And if you can't get them from Alan, get them over the internet from Alan. That is a Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. Tell that name of that .com of yours. You sure told us fast on that. Hey, y'all, go to your search engine. Have a good time. Learn to read. So, we're back. Hey, Alan, well, tell us about some of your other cigars.
We have a smoked cigar.
Like in smoked
Sausage.
ham? Smoked sausage?
Or smoked hams.
My.
Smoked turkey.
Oh,
Smoked egg.
So does it come in turkey flavor, ham flavor, etc.? Or just smoked?
Just smoked.
So is that where you
It's
put a
gonna
bunch of
be
cigars and you blow the smoke down on it, or what?
Now these are smoked. The smoke comes up.
That's
We have
real
a smoked one.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming up. We have, of course, we have the new one here, the Fireball.
You know, this could turn
I've
out to be
also-
one of the longest interviews I've ever done because we got to try all these different cigars.
You know, I've got one that's coming out that is hot. In other words, like it is hot, like hot. I'm talking about like hot peppers and hot, okay?
So what you're saying in the Spanish word, are you saying a muy caliente cigar?
Yes.
Oh, see.
You will have, actually, when you smoke it, it will be hot, like if you had ate hot peppers.
It's a good thing I like the hot peppers.
It's not going to be a cigar for everybody, but it's going to be a cigar for a lot of people because once you take bourbon, or we'll say rye or whatever, and drink that with this cigar, it's going.
Now, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke that I enjoyed that so much, I've got to try it again, you know, so in the name of science.
In the name of science.
Salute. Oh, yeah. Yes, on a blind taste test. and I have a hard time saying, on a blind taste test, I have found this, scientifically speaking, to be quite palatable. Yes. Now, in order to cool that fireball down, is there a particular mist that you believe I should try?
Well, of course.
Which one would that be? I'm ready. Geico, one to get a lot of coverage, got a large mouth. Oh yeah, nope, that neutralized everything. I won't ask that what that was, but I believe it was Blue Label. So for all you people like Blue Label, put in that Blue Label thing so you remember which one it was. It'll always cleanse you beyond your cleanses.
That's right.
So, now, when you realized that retirement was not for you because you might re-enter your misspent youth, did you say, okay, I'm gonna fire myself and I'm gonna do this cigar thing? And how many cigars did you have to roll until you had the magic touch?
That was a bunches.
So what you're saying is children don't do this at home.
No.
Don't do this at home, children. Do not do this at home.
I probably, before I realized that my cigars were sellable, let's put it that way, just sellable.
Mm-hmm.
I give cigars away like crazy, okay, because I wanted people to try them and all this. So I'd say I probably spent $10,000 worth of tobacco before I realized I could roll one that I could sell you.
So your wife didn't get the new car that year.
No, but you know, she didn't care because I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy with what I was doing. I was down at the barn, not the bar, but the barn, which was the bar.
Which had a bar in it.
It had a bar in
A
it.
He-Man's Club.
That's right. All that stuff you see over there that looks like empty bottles was all drank down there.
Sipped.
I still have guys that come from all over the United States, bring me cases of different beers, sit down like we're sitting down right now, bring what they call Bohemian bootleg that they make and stuff like that. It's just, you know, we sit down and they'll come and call me and say, Alan, I'm coming down tomorrow. I need this, this, and this, and this to take back. He said, but I got this and this. I got Yerlanger for you. See, we can't get all that beer here.
Uh-huh.
We can't get Yerlanger and all these different things here in Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
So, but we're starting to get better with a lot of the beers and all. So, but they bring me this, and then they'll bring me bourbon. They'll bring me scotch. They'll bring me anything, you know.
Just to know.
Just to sit and where we can, you know.
It's education.
It's right. It's very educational.
You know, adult learning is very important.
Very important.
That's it. You're never too old to learn.
That's right.
That's right.
I learn something every day.
Every day.
I'm going to be 70 years old next year, and I learn something every day.
70 years old, you say?
70 years old.
My gosh, you are a walking testimony to
It's all about the bourbon.
cigars and adult legal beverages.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well preserved.
That's right.
You know what George Burns said when they said, what's your doctor think about you smoking your cigars? He said, I don't know, all my doctors are dead.
Yeah.
That's right. So, where do you see your business going in a larger scope for all those people who may be stuck in California waiting for another earthquake or mudslide? Where do you see this going for the folks in Florida? You know, the people that have across the United States that have to smoke cookie cutter cigars.
You know, I would say down the road, as long as they don't stop us from shipping them all over the United States, we'll be all right. But even when they stop us from shipping, they're going to go. People are going to come to places like mine or other places. They're going to buy a bunch of cigars. They're going to take them back home, keep them, hang out, and do what they do now.
That's it.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. You know, what can you say? Pretty soon, if the whole United States does what Colorado and the state of Washington did, regarding some medicinal going recreational, Nobody will want it, I guess, because it'll just be available.
Yeah,
That'll be the day. So,
I agree with that.
do you believe that it's mostly men smoking cigars, or
No, I'm gonna tell you what. There's more women smoking cigars today than ever before, and it's like when I was showing her all of these weddings that we do. You can bet when I sit there and roll cigars that half of the women at that wedding will have a cigar after they've had 2 glasses of wine. Will have a cigar in their mouth because they lose all this deal that well, women ain't supposed to do that. Oh, I'm not doing that. But they have a couple glasses of wine, they'll do it. I say, get over here and I'll cut them, light them. Here, smoke this thing. You know, you got to smoke it.
smoking?
And then I get this, I get them going on this, you get them going, and they'll do it.
Yeah, I remember when Marge Schott was interviewed on a sports TV program one time, and they said, Marge, we understand you smoke a cigarette here and there. What do you think about that? She, in her rusty voice, said, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Oh, yeah. Now, did Marge ever smoke one of your cigars?
Not that I know of.
Not you know of?
No.
That's because she wanted to keep it underground.
Right.
Yeah. She preferred her Lucky Strikes or whatever it was. So, have you ever thought about what really is it that holds women back? Because I believe in women smoking cigars. I believe in everybody smoking cigars and laughing.
My wife wants us to make a woman's cigar, but it gets very hairy. And I'll tell you what gets hairy about it is making a cigar too small, too big. The women, you insult women when you give them a little cigar. You insult them when you give them too big of a cigar.
Wait a minute. There's one woman out there, Monica Lewinsky. She loved a big stick, I heard. Oh, yeah.
Right there. Oh, yeah.
Are you going to call it to Monica?
We could come up
Or
with
the
somebody.
big Lewinsky?
Well, I'll tell you about that. We gave Bill cigars. We took it
Bill
down.
Lewinsky?
Yeah, Bill Lewinsky.
Okay.
We gave him back, I'm trying to think, it was at the first election of Obama's first term or what. But we took him down to the Democrat thing. I made a box, took him down there, everything. Never got a thank you, kiss my ass, or nothing from him.
Do you think that's because, what's that woman's name that wants to run for president in 2016? Oh, yeah, Hillary.
Yeah, but
do
we
you
didn't.
think
We
that's
didn't
'cause
say.
she snatched them and kept them for herself and her girlfriends?
Never know. Never know. But I know we didn't get a kiss my ass, thank you, or anything. And we didn't do anything. We didn't put them on it. We just put Kentucky Gentleman on them. The whole thing, made it clean, nice. We didn't do anything.
Do you think it's an issue between Arkansas and Kentucky?
Arkansas and Kentucky, maybe. maybe.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Bill,
Yeah.
when it comes to Kentucky, needs to, have somebody walk up to him.
Well, we know damn good and well it's an issue between Obama and Kentucky.
Really? Why?
That's because we didn't vote for his ass.
Oh, my. So it was not presidentially ordained.
No.
I see. Although, when you and I go like this, we now know that the presidentially ordained fisting is the double bump. That's for you, Mr. President.
But, it's the whole thing is, and I'm not trying to be an asshole about nobody or anything, but that's the way that went. And it's shown through his whole presidency, too.
Yes.
that-
Well,
with Kentucky.
like Obamacare's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so important to be fired.
Let me tell you about that one. And of course, I have Obamacare. I have Medicare, right?
Yeah.
Another son of bitches, what they did, mine, I had it 4 months, and they canceled me.
You had your Obamacare and you got canceled?
I got canceled.
Oh my gosh! I
My
thought this was
wife,
a
my
program
wife
for
and my kids.
everybody.
Well, yeah, but I'm supposed to be getting the free stuff. Hell, I'm old. You know, I'm not supposed to be in. Even,
But you're not crusty yet.
yeah, right, not crusty.
Not crusty.
My wife and kids got kicked out totally. Three of we were
And
paying.
they're
She
not
went,
old.
no, and they were paying we were paying $300 a month for them to have insurance, and as soon as that, then they changed it to $600 a month.
Because you're in
Canceled
Kentucky.
it, yeah, because we're in Kentucky.
That's it.
Probably.
Well, you know, some of the people out there watching BornToBeFired.com right now in this interview, they might go, "Hey, wait a minute! This is supposed to be about cigars.
That's right.
You
that's
guys are
right.
talking all this other stuff. Guess what, all y'all? It is part of smoking cigars.
That's right.
Guys sitting around and women too, smoking cigars, talking about life,
And drinking.
and having a little adult legal beverage. Speaking of, I have a palate needing to be cleansed up. Which would you suggest, sir?
At this point of the game, I think you're ready to go back here.
Works every time. It's amazing.
Yeah.
How did
And
you
it don't
discover
change.
this?
It was rocket science, man. It was rocket science.
So you guys were shooting off some rockets and needed some fuel.
We sat here and, yeah, we've done things like that. We've made a rocket or two and shot them off.
Oh, did you ever get your rockets back?
No, we don't get our rockets back.
You and NASA. Especially when, you know, like those Europeans over there that shot that one bit of rocketry up there to land on that comet, and they were amazed that it didn't stay on the comet. Whew. Man, hey, all I know is do it again. But the next time you do it, smoke a cigar. One Allen cigars, Kentucky Gentleman cigars. And then shoot that thing up there and try to land it on the comet. And if you miss, you don't really care, because that was all taxpayers' money anyway, right? Oh my, so bored to be fired. So, Alan, for those that have never smoked a cigar, do you believe there's a gateway cigar, or how do you break people in to cigars?
You got to try one, and either you like it or you don't. You like the flavor or the taste. You know, it's like smoking a pipe.
I've never done that.
And you've smoked cigars, and you probably would hate a pipe. Pipe.
Too much messing around.
Pipe smells so good. It's like wonderful. It's like, it smells good. It just, you think, God, it's like a piece of apple pie.
Oh, wait,
But
apple pie?
yeah,
Apple
but
pie? Moonshine apple pie?
but when you take a bite of it, it's awful. It'd be like somebody having an apple pie that is just awful. So is that pipe the first time you ever take it. It will burn the inside of your mouth. It's bitter. The smell does not go with, you know, that beautiful smell that you get out of a pipe
Yeah.
does not go with the smoke.
Uh-huh.
Like two different things.
Now, I've had a lot of people tell me when I have smoked your cigars in public, and I do smoke them in public, you know, that smells good.
You know why?
Tell me.
It's because my wife, when I'm rolling a cigar, if I make a cigar that stinks, she says, that one's got to go. Because, and let me give you her reasoning behind that.
Tell me all about it.
Made 100% to me. She took and she says, Alan, when it smells bad to me or the person beside you, nobody wants you to smoke it because it stinks. The wife don't want you smoking it. The girlfriend don't want you smoking it. Anybody that smokes, even a cigar,
That was very
don't want
nice
you
of
to
your
smoke.
wife to include your girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, very nice.
But she smokes cigars.
Uh-huh.
But if it stinks, she'll throw it away. She doesn't. I don't care. It's $200 cigar. If it stinks, boom, it's gone.
So is that when she just walks in the door? and
Oh
you
yeah.
got a new
If I
cigar
was
you're
if I
rolling?
was smoking one that she hadn't, you know, that she hadn't smelled before and she didn't like it, she'd tell me real quick.
That
That's gotta
brings
go.
new meaning to sniff me.
That's just,
It does. Hey, sniff me.
yeah.
Tell me what you think of the cigar. Yeah. Well, you better be smoking a cigar when you tell somebody to sniff you, though. You know. Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
And this guy that was in earlier, the big guy in the red from.
Oh, those boys from Missouri?
Exactly.
Those two big boys from Missouri?
Right.
Don't even get me started on Ferguson. Go ahead.
When he come in, he says his wife knows if he smoked when he comes in the house. He can't smoke, the one guy, because his wife knows it.
Because she doesn't like cigars, cigarettes, pipes.
Right.
Or
And he
the
said he
alternative?
could go take a shower and everything and clean, before he went home, and she still would know he had a cigar.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonder why they don't make bourbon that smells like a cigar.
We could.
And you know,
If it worked with me.
good cigars like here, sir, do not smell
They don't. A
No.
good cigar does not smell.
at all.
Nope.
Not at all. In fact, look at all these women out there right now nodding their heads. Ladies, just enjoy your cigars. We're glad you're with us today. Where'd you get this busload of women?
They just happened to come in off of the tour.
Off the tear. Oh my. So, in order to find that cigar, how many cigars do you think they need to smoke in order to, have the right moment to find that cigar? Or do you think people ought to just stick with one cigar or have many
Oh, no,
favorites?
no, never stick with one cigar. I mean, stick with one if you like it.
Stick with the Kentucky Gentleman cigars.
Stick with it as you like it, but keep on trying to find a better one.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you something here.
By the way, you notice I smoke this way down.
Now, a way to tell a really good cigar, you press this down and feel how soft that ash is.
This is a Calgon moment if I ever had one, man.
It's like unbelievable. People, now if it had stems in it, you would feel the stems. They would be tough and everything. I mean, it's just, look at that.
And I can tell you, every cigar of yours that I have smoked, I have not found one stem.
Smell that. And that's, I mean, you just, it's almost like no smell to that at all.
No. And that's the kind of cigar you need to drop on your carpet at home.
Sure.
That way there isn't any thick stems in your vacuum cleaner.
Nope.
That's right.
I mean, that's just the way, it's just like powder, see?
Now, you notice I'm smoking this all the way down. All the way down?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, is this Ash Wednesday or what?
That's what it is.
Ash Saturday?
That's Saturday in November.
In November. So, when you're talking to groups at weddings, now, one of the things I heard you enjoy doing is working a wedding.
I do.
And when you're there at the weddings, do you have a virginal cigar there, or is it more of the off-colored cigars?
Well, we bring in basically the cigars that we have something that's mild, because you've got such a variety of people in one place. And
So you bring in the Fireball cigar.
Well, no, not so much.
Oh, did you just tell me to have a little to refresh my palate?
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
do that.
Fireball.
And let's see, with all that ash over there, my hand looks like it's totally clean.
Man, that is really nice.
And you can take that and use that as soap.
Is that a proper cleansing?
Yeah.
So if you miss church on Sunday, then you smoke a cigar, put the ash in your hand, and have a proper cleansing. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Oh, cigars are a wonderful thing.
They get better all the time.
Oh my, I just ought to, cleanse my palate now for a proper cleansing.
Now, open your cleansing. I'm going to give you one right behind it.
Oh, the Blue Label Special.
Right
A
behind
found in
it.
Kmart's everywhere, right? They make Kmart's left?
Yeah, I think, don't they?
I don't know.
I would say so. Maybe not.
I think they need these in the White House. I do.
I agree.
Yes.
You know, they say there's still, from when the embargo went in, there's still some of those embargoed cigars there.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't mean the Bay of Pig specials, do you?
Yep, I remember when Kennedy decided to do the embargo, he had his brothers go around and get cigars, and they supposedly there's still some of those Cubans in the White House.
Well, there probably are, because he sent his aides out to snatch up everything they could find.
That's right.
That's because their cigars were so bad he wanted to get them off the shelves, I guess. You know. And now none of us are allowed to even look at a Cuban woman, I heard. You know, that's part of the embargo. No looking at those Cuban women, much less smoke one of those cigars. And don't even think about going there. And why did you come to Cuba? I thought I'd return these rafts.
And I wanted to bring a couple of these cigars back because they were stale.
Because they were stale. That's right. I mean, the Canadians were starting to complain. We had to do a quality control check. You know, I think that's so cool that your love of your life, your beloved, your wife, your woman, is involved in the quality control checks.
She is. She runs things like last night. She was at the Rump Arena.
Did you say Rump Arena or Rump Arena?
Rump Arena.
Oh, Rump Arena.
Yeah.
RUMP? I've been to that club.
You have?
Don't even take me there.
Okay.
This is a children's show. Hey, kids, go to bed. Let your parents watch something by themselves, all right? So born to be fired. Oh, yeah.
But
she was down there at Rump Arena.
Yep, she was there, and we do things all over the city. Lexington, Louisville too.
That is very cool. See, that's nice. So when you go to Louisville, you're wearing a Cardinals outfit, and when you go to the UK, you know, you got the blue rollers.
That's right.
Oh my. And you're in a perfect position right between them.
Hey, right here.
That's it. You're in the neutral zone.
That's right. Neutral zone. That's me.
That's it. Hey, can I ask you a question? Now, you notice that I smoke these all the way down.
Yeah.
It's due to the appreciation of how good this cigar is. Why do you think some people smoke half a cigar and call it a day and leave it in the ashtray and go home?
Number one, they're usually not cigar smokers. Number two, when somebody leaves one like that, either they'll tell you, they'll put that one down, leave it there, and take some kind of weird cigar they're smoking and smoke it just to tell you it's good.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that. Believe you me, there's a lot of things that have gone. If it doesn't have a name on it, or if it's not, you know, high class enough, they won't smoke it. You understand what I'm saying? In other words,
if it isn't designer.
That's right. If it's not designer,
out of New York City, we won't drop any names.
If it's not a Rocky Patel, if it's not this one, if it's not that one, if it's not this one, they're not going to smoke it. Okay.
Yes. Well, I think they need to set their sights on Kentucky, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and Kentucky Gentleman Cigar. You know what? Now that we're down this far, how about let's take a moment and try a different cigar, one that you want to talk about.
Okay.
All right, because I know you're doing for Four Roses too, right?
No Four Roses.
Hey, cut that. No Four Roses conversations.
We don't. And we were supposed to do one for Four Roses, and the one Japanese bought another Japanese out, and then they kind of killed that.
Yeah.
You never know, why they do things, but they do things. That,
Oh, Four Roses.
Yeah.
Are you like a Four Roses? You know, I have Four Roses. Well, they were often different families, so we don't mix them, okay? It's so good. It's so good. So born to be fine. So, yes, let's take a moment.
Okay.
And let's talk about one and smoke one and talk about one that you want to discuss.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We're just trying to help get rid of the inventory. Oh, too bad they didn't have crab legs and all the berry. Give me some of pie. Yeah.
What kind of cigar you got there?
All right, so hey, we're all back here, all y'all. Zake here, borntobefired.com. We're doing our first documentary. Right. Excuse me, I got a cough. Always cover your mouth. Okay, so we're back. So born to be fired. Now, a documentary, you say? That's right. Because if you remember, we interviewed proprietors down there in Boca Raton. We interviewed two beautiful women who own a cigar shop down there in Hollywood, Florida, Raquel and Liliana. Oh my. Most men just want to watch that alone. Well, now here we are today with Al Mobley, the king of cigars in Kentucky. That's right, the king of cigars. Kentucky gentleman, cigar company, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Hey, Al, tell them your address so they can put it in the GPS.
It's 1260 Fox Creek Road, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
I'm sorry, did you say 1260?
1260
1260 what?
Fox Creek
Fox Creek, that's spelled with an F, all y'all. Fox Creek what?
Road.
Road, like, you know, what you drive down.
That's it.
And what was the zip code, just in case they get mixed up and they don't know what part of Lawrenceburg they're in?
40342.
What was that?
40342.
That's right. So, tell us all about it. What is this cigar you just handed me?
That cigar right there is a Kentucky Colonel.
A Kentucky Colonel.
That's what it is.
I've never smoked a Kentucky Colonel before.
You haven't.
No, I am now.
You're going to now.
Does this mean I get a piece of paper from the state that says I'm official Kentucky Colonel?
Oh,
Or I just get to keep the ring?
I'm a Kentucky Colonel.
Say what?
I'm a Kentucky Colonel.
What does it take to be a Kentucky Colonel?
Oh, hell.
Smoking right cigar or what?
Yeah, smoked the right cigar.
Yeah. My gosh, this is good,
Smoking
man.
the cigar, they want to kick us out, not make us the Colonel.
So let me ask you a question. Why do you call this the Kentucky Colonel?
I just named that sucker because I liked it. It seemed like a Colonel to me.
You know
When
what?
I
I
first
feel
made it.
very colonelish.
You should smoking that cigar. Should
You
make
want to
you
look
Colonel.
like a colonel?
Yep, you look like a Colonel.
Aye. You know, remember, when you're smoking the Kentucky Colonel cigar, you can look at your woman.
Right
Some
in
of you
there.
can look at your partner and say, how do I look now? Like a colonel? I feel like a colonel.
You will feel like a Colonel.
My gosh.
As soon as you take a hit of this, you even feel
Uh-oh.
like
Are you
a
saying it's
double
time to
Colonel.
clean
Yeah,
my palate?
It is.
All right, I'm going to do this. Oh, I found something else. I'm going to have to drink it too. So, what do we have here? Am I doing this the right way?
You're heading the right direction.
Yeah. And here, wait a minute.
Yeah, take a hit there. And this one's going to taste different than the last one. And just because of the cigar.
Tell me about the tobacco that's in here.
The tobacco in there is a Cuban seed tobacco. It's from
Is that why I
Cuba.
want to start talking like this, man?
Yep, that's why you talk like that. It's grown here in Kentucky. Savannah 2000.
You could never be too clean.
And let me tell you something. I have to hide my tobaccos all the time to keep people from stealing them. Where I grow them at,
Yes.
I can't grow at the same place twice.
You got to move them around.
I have to move them
You got to carry buckets of water out there and pour it over.
It's like growing pot on them.
No, I know nothing about that. I've never heard about that. You what?
But I mean, it's serious that it is that serious that people are constant trying to figure out what we do and how we do things.
That's
When-
because
when-
you're the king.
When we first started, we tried to get UK, the ag department, to help us. Couldn't get any help.
Why?
Now, well, who knows? I
Because
don't
they're
think
so
that-
focused on
no,
cigarette tobacco.
getting rid of tobacco that they don't want to do. Nothing about anything that started again.
What's the difference between cigarette tobacco and cigar tobacco?
It's two different animals. It's like night and day. Cigarette tobacco is a thinner tobacco, number one. It's very strong, number two. And you don't have to, as far as taking your tobacco and curing it, cigar tobacco has to be cured 3 to 5 years. Regular tobacco gets through one sweat, like Burley, which is cigarette tobacco. One sweat, boom, to market, and it's gone.
Well, you know, by the time they add all those chemicals to it, you wouldn't recognize it anyway.
No, it doesn't make any difference.
But
They put so much chemical in it that it's just unbelievable.
we're talking about cigarette tobacco, y'all.
Right, yeah.
So tell us about the tobaccos when it comes to cigar tobacco.
Cigar tobacco, we put absolutely no any type of pesticides or anything on our tobacco, okay? I can't speak for what the people do in Nicaragua and Dominica and places like that. If they have any sense at all, they're not using any pesticides or anything, because why would you want to get rid of your people that you're trying to sell to?
That's right. Why kill your market?
Yeah, that's right, and that's exactly what it would be doing. Tobacco, what makes tobacco good, and really good tobacco, and like I was showing you the ash before, is aging. All tobacco gets better with age. The more you age it, the better it gets. And a lot of people don't realize it. A lot of people, like the Mexicans, thinks that tobacco that's 2 years old is plenty old. Don't make it any older. Why waste your time? But if you put 2 more years on that tobacco, it's like night and day too.
Perfect age. You got to let it mature.
That's right. If you don't let it mature, it's different. It just
Kind of like bourbon.
oh yeah, same difference.
What did you say about bourbon?
Same thing.
I think in the name of science, I'm going to try some
I
of
think
this.
I'm gonna have some of this.
Oh, I'm running with you.
Sazerac rye.
I'm going with you. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to put this over because, hey, we all learn from each other, and no doubt you've done quality control checks in the name of science.
This particular here is just, it's got a good taste to it. It's got a good, just, not that that's not good there. That's good too. It just depends on what I'm doing at the time, to what I want to drink and what I want to smoke and what I want to.
Well, you know, when you think about it, rye and the Kentucky Colonel kind of go together.
Oh yeah, it does.
Salute.
Now, after you take a hit off that cigar,
Puff, puff, all y'all. Oh my. In the name of science, I just got to see if that's for real.
it's the real deal.
It's for real. And by the way, since we know we have international raiders out there, well, we even got them down in Malaysia. We got them in South America. We got them in Asia, UK, everywhere. Born to be fired lifestyle and therapy is sweeping the world out. So, for those of you over there in the Ukraine who just want to smoke your cigars in peace, have a little bit of adult legal beverage after firing yourself, Nostravia. Oh, no, that was not the Russian Nostravia. That was the Ukraine Nostravia. Nostravia.
Buffalo Trace has got a new vodka. I haven't had any of it yet. That is filtered 12 times.
Like my cigar lighter butane.
And I'm gonna try to make a cigar for that one.
Yeah? You're
Don't
going
let
to
me
call
do
it vodka?
Vodka, yes.
Vodka.
Why not?
Are you going to call it the Spud cigar? Do you want to
They've
be a
already
real
they've
spud
already
in
got
your
a
woman's
name on
life?
it. They've already got a name on it, but it's actually filtered 12 times.
Yeah.
Everybody is trying to get, they can't get it. People
Are you
can't
allowed
get
to tell the name of it?
it. No.
No. But you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
It's supposed to be something else.
I know this cigar is.
Yeah.
Yes. Is my hat changing to looking more like a Kentucky Colonel?
Oh yeah, you're getting like Carl already.
Yes.
See now, see that dark? See this dark cigar, and look at that light ash again?
Oh, yeah, that's some fine ash. Hey, all y'all, remember, fight yourself. Get some fine ash in your life.
That's right.
get a hold of Alan Mobley here, Kentucky Gentleman Cigar. Get yourself a kernel. Get yourself
you
everything.
can order these things online, people. We can ship them to you. You can have them anywhere online.
My gosh, how do you ship it through a little line?
Online?
Yeah. Or is it a tightrope? You stretch down. They walk across, bring you your cigar. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. That'd be a good idea.
I've heard this.
I had one time I shipped 200 to China. We just still today don't know where the cigars are.
Well, they're probably in some Chinese tip somewhere.
No, they probably already smoked them.
Hey, and to all our friends from China, remember, there's a thing called civil rights. Let somebody smoke their cigar in peace, all right?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So, you know this one. How long is this leaf aged?
That leaf right there, that's one of my first or second cigars that we made right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. That leaf and that's aged up to 5 years.
How do you get Cuban seed if you're not allowed to get cigars out of Cuba?
Come here, let me show you something.
All right. Trixie, what'd you say?
Cuban seeds take a little ingenuity to import. He has been stopped twice by airport police who have relieved him of the Cuban tobacco seeds he was trying to bring into the country. He eventually got his seeds embargoed by the federal government when coming directly from Cuba, but allowable in other ways, by mailing them to himself from the Dominican Republic. It can be a challenge to find the South American leaves that he needs to make his products, and Kentucky traditionalists have not easily embraced growing a variety of tobacco suited for cigars. Plus, because he is one of the few producers of hand-rolled cigars in the country, the secret, he said, is all in the blending of just the right tobacco with just the right flavors. The tobacco leaves are aged in bourbon barrels.
Okay.
Hey, all y'all. We're back. Obviously, you heard the story that Trixie read to you regarding the Bay of Seeds. It's hard to even get seeds over here. I guess if the seeds went to Nicaragua first and then shipped up here by some Nicaraguans, it'd be all right, but don't even think about getting them, directly.
That's right.
That's right. And so, with that in mind, we were talking about all this during our little break there. Alan asked me, so, what is my mission on the Born to be Fired side of life? My mission is this: to enlighten people about the wonderful world of being fired. Firing yourself, that is. Smoking a cigar. Having an adult legal beverage. Whether it comes in an aerosol, a shot glass, or otherwise. And also to get men and women alike to smoke cigars together, or by themselves on that nice, quiet evening, or that beautiful morning sunrise, or in the middle of the afternoon. Me, I fire myself about 7-8 times a day. Have a cigar. I don't have an adult legal beverage every time, or we just be slurring everywhere.
Well, when I'm sitting here and I'm rolling, you have to go.
For
keep
science.
Things going, yeah.
For science.
For science.
Did you say something about science in that little tiny test tube there?
And
oh yeah. So
we're just trying to show people how.
Hey, someone drank my stuff while we were over there reading that article.
We're just trying to.
You've got a lot of people rolling in and out of here, Alan. It's amazing. The busloads of people come up here for the Bourbon tour.
Yeah.
They come by here to get cigars. And so the mission says, we just an uptight society.
Very uptight.
And we're in a holiday time, and people, they want to go home for the holidays. And then they can't wait to get to their bars because they're about tired of the family thing, and everybody needs a space.
That's right. That's right.
And whether you stay in the same house or stay in hotels or do whatever you do, sometimes if the family would fire themselves, it'd work out better. So a family that fires themselves together could stay together.
That's right.
And I think it's very important that people look at cigar smoking as a spiritual thing. It's a moment of relaxation and thought and laughter. What would you say the difference is between people smoking cigarettes and cigars?
Oh, totally different. Two different things.
What's the difference?
Because you can kick back and smoke a cigar with a glass of bourbon and you can enjoy it. You can sit back with a cigarette and some bourbon and you won't get the same effect. You won't get the same effect at all.
Now, I've never smoked cigarettes, so what's the difference?
It's just the taste, the enjoyment, the kickback enjoyment. I mean, if you take something like a cigarette, and I'm not putting people down that smoke cigarettes. If you want to smoke a cigarette, or if you want to smoke a joint, or if you want to do that,
Smoke a pipe.
Do what you want to do. You know, but there's something about with a cigar, sitting back and smoking it and having something to drink with it and enjoying it. You can say it's better than a volume.
I get a damn volume.
You can take a
Can you
volume.
imagine me on volume?
You can take a volume, I guarantee you, and take a volume and smoke a cigar, or take some bourbon and smoke a cigar, and it's two different things.
What about the rye?
The rye is better than the volume.
Oh my.
So, I mean, that's what people don't understand. You don't have to do drugs, and of course they're going to call a cigar a drug, but cigars have been around here forever. The Indians have had smoked cigars. They made cigars.
Yeah, but you know what they did to the Indians. Here's what I know. I found myself today with you, sir, living more like a Kentucky Colonel. Remember that this cigar is a Kentucky Colonel cigar. And I feel very official in my relationship with Kentucky now. And we all need to fire ourselves. We need to laugh and carry on. Have good conversations.
That's right.
Don't be afraid about your conversations.
Nope.
Don't be afraid at all.
You are what you are. You are where you come from. You know, your people, your family, your back family, your aunts, your uncles. Hey, without them, you're not here.
That's right, because somebody had to get busy in the barn, you know.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Fire yourself. Get busy in the barn. If you don't have a barn, don't worry about it. Just pretend you're in one. Make a lot of animalistic noises, because you know you're born to be fired. Hey, Al, I want to thank you very much for today.
Hey, no problem.
The delicious smokes, the delicious
We need to get together
science.
again, and hey, we'll take this thing further. It's
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
there's just you know, we can just there's other ways to go in.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we might have to do something with this because we've got borntobefired.com radio coming out on the internet here in January. And there'll be a lot of different shows, like, you know how there's The View?
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the Twisted View.
Hey,
And,
that's nothing wrong. That's a great thing.
And maybe we should have...
I'll pick up some of this, you know, this other stuff that we're doing too on A&E, and that all is supposed to be popping out here. And I'm under 3-year contract, and they've been paying me for a year now, so.
Oh my gosh, how do I get that kind of deal? My gosh.
So I've been, you know, I'm going along with it. Keep paying, as long as you keep paying me, I'll do what you asked me to do.
Hey, do you believe that bringing peace, we are, when people are talking about peace and joy and peace on earth, do you agree with me that there would be far more peace on earth if people would kick back, have a cigar, Kentucky Gentleman cigar from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And what was that address again?
That address is 1260 Fox Creek Road.
That's road, not
Road.
avenue. Road.
Road. We live on road.
Road.
We ain't in the city. We live on road.
Roads. So y'all, remember, fire yourself. a whole bunch during the day. Don't take yourself too seriously. Smoke a cigar. Have an adult legal beverage. And remember to cleanse your palate, because cleansing your palate, particularly from the blue bottle
And the brown
and
bottle.
please, go ahead, use me for target practice, Alan.
All right, there you go.
Just do it, fire yourself, just do it, and always remember, hire yourself back, because we're all born to be fired. Zeke out.
You want to see something really?
Huh?
I'll show you something.
You're gonna show you.
All right. That's tobacco plants. Okay, that's my father. That's his sister. This is my mom's mom and dad. Tobacco again. This is my grandfather. On the other side, this is a hotel he built for his tobacco buyers because they had no place to go to stay. $4.80 a night. This. My uncle, look at that picture real close. He looks like a thug if there ever was one.
You just made me feel better. Because everyone keeps thinking I look like Sons of Anarchy.
All right, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. All of this was more stuff. It's just tons of it. Just look on there. It's anything you think of pretty much on those walls. And what is it like? Well, this one, that's a picture at a CIA wedding in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
They took our
CIA
wedding. They took all of our everything away from us. They took our phones away from us and all this stuff, and we were at that wedding right here. And they bust us in. They took everything. They frisked us.
So you do weddings?
Oh,
You
oh yes, ma'am.
so you roll the cigars at a wedding?
Uh-huh. Each one of these are weddings. We've just got them up front, and to save the date, sometimes we have to save the date as far as 2 years in advance.
Wow.
And just all these are weddings, and all these are things I go do. And that's, if you look at like all of these are all food shows.
Oh, okay.
See who it is there?
So you do food shows too?
Yeah. I do food shows. We go.
Cigars are one of the 5 basic food groups.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do. I've done stuff with Emerald. I've done stuff with Bobby Flay. I've done stuff with Gina. I've done stuff every year. We do stuff with different ones. They come into town and do the incredible food show. Barbecue. I do barbecue with all those posts. You see all that stuff on the post? It's like barbecues and different things from all these things.
What do you have on?
Where we come from, we don't talk jack, and we don't wear crowns. We just give them the bird, wild turkey bourbon.
Oh my.
See, now this is, I was telling you about the Jubilee that they'll have. And we furnish like cigars for them, and then this is all about
What magazine is that?
garden and guns.
Okay.
It's all about the South.
Okay.
And then we did boxes like this with cigars, and we already sent them off. Then that one that you're looking at up there, we have to do, I think, There's 500 and some of them, especially created. She would stick her head in, and because that was her bar.
So it's Lady
She's
Belcourt
leaving.
sticking her head in as cigars are being rolled.
Hey, all y'all, Zake here. You know, we almost said hasta la vista to you a little while ago, but we took a little break, and I decided I needed to change my wardrobe. So I decided camo's best. So I put my camo hat on, and you know, I wanted to wear my denim shirt. It just felt so good. You gotta fire yourself sometimes, change your clothes, then you hire yourself back. But you notice, we still got a cigar going on. And we still have our spray bottles. And he's double fisting it because that's the way he rolls. He's born to be fired too. So there was something that is very important, especially coming from a man like Alan, Kentucky gentleman that he is, along with his Kentucky gentleman cigars. And yes, you might notice this is a different cigar. Hey, Alan, you want to tell them about this cigar?
That cigar right there. Look here. Here we're going to go again. I got it. See there? What were we talking about? Look here. Look at that powder. Just look at that.
Pure ash.
Just pure ash.
Some fine ash.
That's right.
When you need fine ash, you got to think about Alan Cigars.
That's right. It's great stuff.
And he's got some more customers rolling in, so we got to take a break for a minute. So Alan's back now. You know, you got to keep the general public happy with your
That's
Kentucky Gentleman Cigars. And, you know, I hope that guy's got a big enough vehicle to handle all those cigars you took out of here, Alan. My gosh.
No,
It is a holiday.
it is a holiday.
Stock up for the holidays, y'all. You know, you gotta smoke one. Sometimes two.
That's
Me, buy yourself 7 to 8 times a day. Have one 7 to 8 times a day. And it's not hard to do that when they're Kentucky Gentleman cigars. And Al, you know, you were gonna tell me about this, and that fella came in here. Tell him about this cigar.
This is a very mellow cigar. It's got a wonderful taste. It's got no bite to it. It's got, you know, you don't need the bourbon. You don't need nothing to go with it if you don't want it. I mean, you don't have to have it. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Mix and match, you
Mix
know,
and
it
match.
all works.
More of this, with about 180 bottles of this, and about 100 different blends of cigars. Party!
You know, Al.
I know I enjoyed it.
Trixie, you know you enjoy. Listen, they just keep on coming in.
Again, all you guys, leave us alone. I'm getting ready to get drunk now.
I'll join you. Hey, all right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I've been ready. It's been rolling. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
you've been
cut some of
taking this
out.
in?
What, you've been
Our
taking all the
conversations
Amish and
about the
everything else?
Amish? The Amish?
Yeah, I didn't get the part about the Cubans.
The
I
Amish.
think that turned
Oh, the
out.
Cubans, I'll kind of give you a little bit about them. The Cubans out of Miami
Yeah.
go and they buy it up to where little guys like me, we can't even touch it. I mean, this is a
What are they buying
multi-billion dollar, this is wrapper, the outside of that cigar. It runs about 48 bucks a pound, okay? It's 2 years old. Your filler's about $9 a pound. But anyway, the best in the world comes from
The Amish.
not one, no, it's actually Connecticut.
The Amish?
Mamish, Comish.
The Amish?
But anyway, that's where it comes from. And the Cubans every year out of Miami renegotiate the contract, but they will not make it work. It always works every year. They never lose it. You know, they've been doing it now. To tell you the real good story of it, your Cuban cigars have tobacco that's grown in Connecticut as a wrapper on them from Cuba.
Oh,
You know, that's also born to be fired, Alan.
That's right.
Go figure.
It is.
This can make a guy spray his mouth.
That's right. But you
And sometimes you hit it.
But think about that now. Here you've got this. They won't let us have Cuban cigars. We're in an embargo with Cuba, but yet they come from the United States, go down to Miami, from Miami probably to Nicaragua or Dominican, wherever they want to send it from, and send it in. Because it's better. It's better than the Cuban.
That's because of the soil. They strip the soil.
It's just not just the soil, though.
What else is it?
It's what's happening with, you take like, we'll say like in Florida, sugar cane. They burn the ground. They take and to clean, like sugar cane, when you're going in there to cut it, they burn the actual bad stuff off the cane to where they can get in there and cut it. So it burns up. So your sugar cane, basically, that you would have loses, and I'm losing some. I just lost something. But anyway, they go in there and the grounds are not good after they burn the ground.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if you
Because
burn,
of sugar cane.
yeah, if you burn, take your regular sugar cane there and you're burning it, and when you chop it down to make sugar out of it, well, that whole bottom, what's underneath there, has got to be plowed up and turned up, and it may not be good for tobacco at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? There's tobacco still growing on it in Cuba. Think about it.
And then, of course, over-tilling.
That's right.
Yes, over-tilling.
But now, don't get me wrong, there is some good tobacco in Cuba. I'm sure there's people that rotate their crops and do everything just like we do up here,
But it's a mass-produced item. You might as well go to Kmart and get yourself some of those Black and Milds, right?
yeah, get you
Yeah.
some of the good ones.
I don't want any of that Black and Milds. And
Get
by the way,
get the short ones though when you get them. Get the ones about this big.
oh, just a filter. Yeah.
Oh, filters. That's another thing. You talk about filters. That's the worst thing in the world you can do to yourself is be smoking a damn cigarette that's got a filter on it. Because all those pieces of piece that's in that filter, them little, they look like hairs or whatever, that goes into your lungs.
That's fiberglass.
And that
isn't it?
stays there, yeah.
Yeah. And there you have it. So stick to cigars. Skip the cigarettes.
Stay away
You
from
know? And that, by the way, is brought up in the article called Puff Puff Baby, I'm Born to Be Fired. So make sure you all check out Puff Puff Baby. It'll educate you, just like this is educating you. And so here we are, Alan. You know, you understand the Born to Be Fired lifestyle and therapy. You have participated in it throughout some time of your life.
the biggest part of my life.
The majority of your life. So he's not a newbie to this. And what would you say to folks out there? How can they embrace the Born to Be Fired lifestyle no matter what their gender, no matter where they live? How can they do it?
One day you got to wake up and go out, go down the street, get your cup of coffee, kick back, and say, damn, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
That's right, what am I doing?
And fire yourself
That's right.
to do this.
That's right.
Yes.
And say, am I enjoying my life? You know what you're going to say?
Me, I say absolutely.
Yeah, but the 90% of the people are going to say, no, I'm not enjoying my life. You know, I'm doing something, I'm working for my kids. I'm trying to get them an education that the government ain't helping us with anymore. The institutions just make them go up, 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 up. It's like my son, that's the one things that I'm trying to think, you know, I'm going to be 70 years old, and nobody made me have my twins, don't get me wrong. But I've got to get them through college. Because this day and time, without college, today, I mean, what have you got? How you doing?
More customers coming through your door. So, you know, Alan, you were talking about this. Go to a coffee shop. Have some coffee. Fire yourself. The coffee automatically tastes better.
Sure.
Because you relieved yourself of the moments of the past. And if you don't want to worry about the future, then be true to yourself. Because your worries about the future, a lot of them is based on a lot of past stuff, at which you can send your questions into borntobefired.com. The Ask Zeke site will come alive for you. And if you've been carrying stuff on you since 2nd grade, and you just wonder, I wonder if that 2nd grade teacher who I thought was so cute is still alive. I'm gonna save you some time. She's way old, and maybe you're not. Or maybe you like way old women. I don't know. However, fire yourself. Have some coffee. As soon as you get out of there, smoke a cigar, preferably a Kentucky Gentleman cigar, and laugh and carry on. And why is it so rough, Alan, for people to be true to themselves?
It's just, I don't know. It's rough. You know, you think about when you were young. I went to all the different rock festivals, and all this tennis shopping, Iron Butterfly, and Can Heat. I mean, I did them all.
Yeah.
I did West Palm Beach. I did Miami. Okay, 3-day concerts and all that. And when I would get out of a concert, no matter what drugs I'd done or whatever I'd done, or if I drank wine and whatever, you know what? After that weekend was over with and I got home, I felt like $1,000,000. Just all that music and all that just kicking back.
The release.
That's right.
So you
Let
got
it
to
go.
release yourself.
That's right.
Release yourself, and always remember to hire yourself back, because we're all born to be fired. And remember, Kentucky Gentleman Cigars, the Power Mister, and
That's right.
all I can say is I'm so born to be fired, Alan, and it's nice having a new brother in the world that understands the born to be fired lifestyle.
It's a good one.
Thank you, Trixie, for helping us out here.
You're welcome, Zeke.
And you look great smoking a cigar, and I know you've enjoyed the mister. So, hey, y'all, remember, fire yourself, have some fun, laugh, get laid if you like that kind of thing, and I know I do, and then hire yourself back, because we're all born to be fired. Have a great day.
Thank you.